As a married lesbian woman with a low libido, I always wonder how often other lesbian couples have sex. So, how often do you guys have sex?
Not often, I would say, but
We used to have it more often.
we used to have it more often, but there is like whenever I feel in a situation where a little bit stressed out, because as you guys know, if you follow my other channel, I've been having works done upstairs forever, okay? And also we did works down here, upgrading the electrical system, so we have people on and off, and you know, we go through this period of very kind of stressful right now in our life, but when we are
When you're stressed
relaxed,
out, you go into fight or flight mode.
fight or flight mode,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's not.
Yeah,
You have to be relaxed for it to
exactly,
happen.
exactly. So, but yeah, I mean, we go through phases. Sometimes, you know, it's very far in between, and some other times it can be more often.
I feel like in the past, sometimes we were actually having too much because we were overcompensating for the relationship not feeling as secure.
Exactly.
And that's not the best reason to do it.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel closer, more attached, but like there's this anxiety behind it. And it was overdoing it.
Yes.
Now we don't have the anxiety anymore, so there's not so much this like need to connect. Because
Yeah. We connect.
we're
on
good.
levels.
We know
Yeah.
we're good. But at the same time, like if you weren't going through such a stressful time, we would probably do it more often.
We both think. Sorry, I want to
Go ahead.
We both think that sexuality in a couple is very important, I believe. It's a different way of communicating. It's also a different way of, like, individually, how you are feeling in that moment. Because I don't know how to explain this, but I mean, sexuality is not something that, you know, you're in a couple, so you think about sexuality within that couple. It's something that also has to do with you and with your energy.
Can we make a whole video about this? Because we have actually so much to say about
We can
sexuality in lesbian couples.
Exactly.
Let me write it down. Would you guys ever go scuba diving or do something you've always wanted to do? Scuba diving is not something I've always wanted to do. My dad was a scuba diver, and like I saw how many risks it carries and how much equipment you have to deal with. I just like holding my breath and swimming.
Yeah, and it's not for me, because as soon as I go under the water and I'm realizing, oh my God, what if I cannot get up to the surface? I get panicky. I have to get up and not for me.
Yeah, like as something about what is this something that we've always wanted to do?
I'm doing everything I wanted to do at this point.
Yeah. Would you guys ever go scuba diving or do something you've always wanted to do? Scuba diving is not something I've always wanted to do. My dad was a scuba diver, and like I saw how many risks it carries and how much equipment you have to deal with. I just like holding my breath and swimming.
Yeah, and it's not for me, because as soon as I go under the water and I'm realizing, oh my God, what if I cannot get up to the surface? I get panicky. I have to get up and not for me.
Yeah. What is this something that we've always wanted to do?
I'm doing everything I wanted to do at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my small life.
Yeah. What do you two view yourselves as mentally, if that makes sense? Like, do you mean in a relationship sense or as a person, individually? Wifeys?
Yeah.
If that's what you were asking, yeah. What's your favorite thing to do in Italy, and are you planning to visit more places this year? In Italy or elsewhere?
Yes, we're planning on visiting some places. Let's see if we can get to that.
My favorite
and when we do, we'll make a vlog.
Okay.
We'll take you with us.
My favorite thing to do in Italy is go to the beach, probably in the summer, and in the winter, like just being able to be outside more or go for a walk, because it doesn't get so cold that you can't go outside. So I like that. Anything else for you?
My most favorite thing to do?
Yeah.
I love taking long walks on the beach. That's very nice. I love driving up on the mountains and just, seeing the green and different shades of green. And different shades of blue, because the sky changes so much here. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. I get car sick.
She gets car sick. Yeah.
Okay. My daughter is autistic, and I wonder, Sadie, are you diagnosed the official way? How did that go, and what did the psych say? I wasn't officially diagnosed by a therapist, by a psychiatrist, because I don't have access to a therapist or psychiatrist at the moment. It's more of a self-assessment, and same for the ADHD. Like, you were not formally diagnosed. It's a self-assessment. There's a lot of tools online. You can Google like autism self-assessment, go through checklists, see if you fit the criteria for diagnosis and all of that. I mean, it's a way to communicate, what I think is going on with me, but it's not an official diagnosis. You mentioned like you have PTSD, social anxiety, and you're a highly sensitive person. It's an interesting question because there are a lot of similarities between how trauma presents and how autism presents. So
we were having this conversation the other day.
It very well might be that I'm just like traumatized, highly sensitive, socially anxious. It might be, but also there's a lot of traits that I had ever since I was young that are finally now making sense to me when I look at it through the lens of, oh, maybe I was just autistic. Like, there's a lot of little things that click in place for me. But yeah, there's like a lot of common ground.
Yeah.
So it might be both. Only one question. After all the time together, if you have a chance to choose again, would you choose each other again, and why?
I would choose you again, yes. And why? Because you are who you are, and I love you.
Yeah, if I had to choose you again, I would choose you again. Because you make my life so much better. And I feel like the second part of my life started when I got together with you. Like, my real life started when I got together with you.
My life was complete when I got together with you.
Cute. Can we have more outdoor vlogs? We're trying. Okay, I don't like to go out much. How do you keep the fire burning?
The fire burns by itself.
We got strong embers.
Yeah, exactly. I like that answer. Yeah.
Foundation strong. Okay.
Yeah.
For both, who is your favorite artist/band, and what are your current hair care routines? Who's your favorite artist or band? For me, it's Dodie. Dodie.
For me, it's LP. I like LP a lot. Yeah, I really admire the creativity there. And
for hair care routines, I use this local shampoo and conditioner that I found at the shop, and they're so cheap. They're literally like €1, like $1.50, something like that, and they're so good. I don't know, the products here is good.
And I use
basically what I give you.
Whatever you give me. Yeah. I trust her. But she does all the research about,
You know why? Because the air is so humid here that no matter what you use, your hair is going to be healthier, because the hair picks up moisture from the air. In Canada, oh my god, my hair is a struggle. It gets dry so bad. I have a couple questions. One, is living in Italy cheap?
No, it's not if you live in a city, but it is when you live in a small village. Definitely. Yeah. It's cheap.
But also it's in euros, so it depends like which currency you earn.
Right.
So, do you guys make anything from YouTube? Why don't you guys do a chapstick challenge? As for money from YouTube, it's like very little, so I wouldn't say that that's how I make a living. It's more of a hobby. And we did the chapstick challenge. We did some
challenges
years ago.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it again.
No.
If you choose to visit one of the Arab countries, which country would it be? None of them. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be offensive, but after growing up in Turkey, I don't want to go into Muslim countries that are like very discriminatory against women. I don't like that energy. I don't like the male dominant energy, and I feel like in danger when I'm in that kind of culture. So none of the Arab countries for me. I'm sorry.
I was thinking of Saudi Arabia.
What would you do if you found out that your partner cheated on you?
Well, if I found out, well, first of all, I don't think we would hide it. If we were attracted to somebody else, we wouldn't hide it. We would openly say it.
Yeah, we kind of discussed this in the open relationship video.
Yeah.
So it's not considered cheating if you're actually participating.
And it's impossible for both of us to hide stuff from each other, for the simple reason that if we have a shift in feelings, like we feel something for somebody else and it's strong, it's very noticeable, and we are very tuned into each other, so much so that we can feel, feel the shift right away. So it would be impossible to hide it.
What's the best thing about your partner?
What's the best thing about your partner? You have so many best things.
Aww. You too.
Okay, thank you.
If I had to list it, okay, you're very funny and playful. You make me laugh a lot.
That's good.
And you don't judge me. You're not judgmental. You accept me for who I am. You actually find some value in the way I am, and make my life better. And you make a great risotto.
That's good.
Okay, what about you? Yeah.
I mean, overall, I like the way you are, because I'm learning so much from just being with you, and you're so calm, and you like small things, as I was saying before. So I appreciate that a lot. Like just enjoying some downtime, and I love how nurturing you are. Many occasions, like you really care. You're a very, very careful person, and
unless I'm in the middle of a meltdown, and then
it's fine. I mean, those
get out.
Yeah, but you are deep down like you really do care, and I feel the love. Like you can communicate that very well. So I really like that about you. And your emotional honesty. Sometimes it can be a slap in my face, metaphorically speaking, because we don't abuse each other physically, not emotionally, but anyway. So your emotional honesty can be a slap in the face sometimes, or just a kiss, and so I appreciate that. There's nothing that you hide. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah.
Thank you. And we're gonna finish on the question of why don't I post music anymore? When I was posting singing videos or music videos, I don't think I was doing it from an authentic place. I think I was doing it from a place of being kind of pushed into doing it by my parents. My dad was very, set on me being a musician, and actually he was the one who wanted me to learn the guitar first. And that's when I started singing as well in front of people. Lately, I've been doing a lot of, self-reflecting about that. And I don't feel very comfortable performing in front of people. That's not something that maybe I would have done if it wasn't for this strong push from my parents. And I was a very moldable kid who wanted to please her parents and be good at everything. So when I got this positive reinforcement, I tried doing it more. And my mom was also really supportive of it. But it's not something I would have done maybe if it was left to me. If I had to do it, it feels forced. So that's why I don't do it anymore. I'm sorry if anybody misses it. Also, I don't think I'm a particularly great singer, honestly. And when I listen to myself sing, I want to vomit. So I don't know. It's just not something I want to do right now.
Okay, so we close on this note, no pun intended. And
you want to know something?
what?
When I was young, I was actually dreaming about, I'm gonna be a famous singer, because that was the push, right? And that's what I wanted to do with my life, connecting to that earlier question. And lately I realized that if I had to think about this life that I dreamed of myself, it would be very difficult for me to live that life. And all I would want to do in that life is just to like relax, sit by the beach, enjoy the sun. Like that's the side of the life I would enjoy.
Yeah.
And everything else would be so stressful and overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I think God protected me.
It reminds me of that animation, the Walt Disney movie that we watched, Soul.
Oh yeah.
Right? And what's the message there?
What's the message? Wait.
You know that they make a difference between...
that was such a good movie.
Yes. Between the...
like it...
Your goal in life
doesn't have to be your purpose. Your spark doesn't mean it's your purpose.
Exactly. The spark is not your purpose. Like they make a difference between the goal that we set in our life. I want to become, a multi-awarded winner, filmmaker, whatever, like a celebrity, a singer, and that's a goal. That's why I was talking about small life and big life, right? We set up these goals for ourselves, and that's the spark. We have to find the spark, because people have to be guided, like they have to find like an incentive, but the
it's not supposed to be your purpose.
Is not your purpose, right?
It can be little things.
It can be little things. Totally. I mean, I really invite you to watch this movie. It's amazing. Soul. And it's an animated movie.
Yeah, it's a Pixar movie.
We watched it like recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow, it's so good. Because we live by that. Like, at one point, I actually understood exactly that. So that's why I love this movie so much. It carries a wonderful message.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think that you found your purpose in life?
No, I think my purpose is just like getting to know myself and trying to be present so I can enjoy things. Because going through what I went through with my, depression and PTSD and everything, which we'll talk about more in another video, when you're going through that, you don't enjoy anything. So then you can't have any spark in life. So then you have to go towards relief. And sometimes that relief is like setting yourself free from all these ideas of who you were supposed to be or who you were expected to be, and just like accept who you are, which in this moment is incapacitated, but that's okay. Anyway.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right. Thank you guys for asking us questions. Thank you for sticking around. We love you guys, and see you the next time.